That was accused killer cop 36-year-old Corporal Kent Martinez escaping into a private vehicle to avoid the many cameras. He rushed out of the courthouse after posting bail this afternoon. Corporal Martinez, wearing a t-shirt with the phrase, quote, "I am not arguing, I am just explaining why I am right," end quote, was this morning arraigned on a single charge of manslaughter by negligence. Martinez stands accused of killing 36-year-old Allyson Major Junior by firing a bullet which caught the victim in the head on July 16. 15 days after the death of Major Junior at the foot of the swing bridge, Martinez was finally before the court. He appeared before Magistrate Michelle Trapp, who read him the charge. Representing Martinez for the arraignment only was attorney Richard Dickey Bradley.
I am not representing him in the substantive matter, but I was in court this morning when Magistrate Michelle Trapp arraigned him on a single charge or allegation of manslaughter by negligence. The charge, which I know is going to outrage members of the Belizean public, is a charge which under the law is a bailable offense, meaning that unless there are very good circumstances, a magistrate in the ordinary course of matters would grant an accused person bail for such an offense. Manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct are bailable offense. Because if I could say it one more time, bail is, nobody's doing you a favor. You are entitled to bail because the Constitution guarantees your freedom. So bail is a right, unless there are some good, strong reasons why you ought not to be granted bail.
Corporal Martinez was offered bail of $15,000 plus two shortages of $7,500. Prosecutor, Assistant Superintendent Egbert Castillo, told the court that there would be no objection to bail. Magistrate Trapp established specific bail conditions.
In the magistrate court, the magistrate Trapp specifically asked the prosecution if they were raising any objections to her granting bail, and the prosecution informed the magistrate that they were not objecting to bail. She granted bail in the sum of $15,000, and she also imposed 4 conditions. The corporal cannot leave the country unless he makes a special application for permission to the court. He, of course, is not to interfere with any of the witnesses in the matter. He is to surrender his passport to the courts, and he is to report to the Queen Street Police Station every week.
The criminally charged cop faces a relatively minor charge for the shooting death of Major Junior. That specific charge was levied against him after the police department received directives from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. The ballistic report played a key role in establishing the charge.
There is a problem in Belize in relation to these matters. I have heard from yesterday when word got out that the charge would be a relatively minor charge, that we need to take some things into account. So let me on one side say to you that the public will not be satisfied with what they have heard. It is my understanding from the news that the police sent the file to the Director of Public Prosecution's office, so they will say they are acting on legal advice. It is possible that from the investigation there is not enough evidence to say that this corporal intentionally killed Allyson Major, a young man, a father, a teacher, a husband who has lost his life senselessly. In this case, the police are responsible. The police in Belize apparently either are not training the officers enough, or they have no strict protocol when to use force, when to fire your gun, when to pull out a firearm. And we just lost life and they still can't come and tell us what is the proper procedure for officers to, 1, pull out their gun, and 2, to use it. How do you use a gun from somebody who is driving away from you, who there's no evidence he killed anybody or caused any damage to anybody? If you go buy some weed, is that what they're really saying? If you buy some weed, you shoot a man, the police should really be slapped with some big fine, $300,000-$400,000, to send a message that this society doesn't accept that trained armed officers who are to enforce the law are the ones who are breaking the law. We can't have that in the society.
Martinez is scheduled to reappear in court on September 30th. Reporting for News 5, Hipolito, Novelo.